We are now nearing the end of March, which usually means that we should be seeing a smaller spring update for Dream League Soccer in the coming weeks. Well, at least that's how it's been for the last 3 years. This update usually comes with a new winter transfer data as well as a small feature to keep the game fresh. Except, we already received the update for the winter transfers. Cancelo was transferred to Bayern Munich, and yeah, he's no longer a Manchester City in Dream League Soccer. So in this video, instead of predicting what will be in this upcoming update like I usually do, here are 8 ideas for Dream League Soccer that could be considered as predictions for an upcoming spring update or any update in the future, because I have no idea if we're actually going to be getting one. So let's start out with facilities. In the past 2 updates, we received changes to facilities, which makes it a pretty easy prediction for this next update. And no, I am not going to rant about how the recruitment facility needs a huge rework because I don't like repeating myself over and over again. This change actually affects the medical center. As of right now, the medical center gives you 2 perks, a reduced chance at injury and a physio discount, but I think there's room for one more. I ranked the medical facility the 7th most useless feature in Dream League Soccer, but with this new perk, I think it might turn into the most useful facility in the game. And this new perk is a increased player recovery after matches, or in other words, your players lose less stamina between games the more you upgrade your medical center. The 10% player recovery ads already exist, just add that feature into a facility that costs gems and it will make that facility 10 times better. Heck, if facilities can only have 2 perks, then throw this in the accommodation facility since that only has 1 perk and it has had 1 perk since the beginning of the game. And it even makes sense because with better accommodation, the better the players can rest and recover. So now that the facilities are out of the way, let's talk about the general menu features as well as progression in the game, which is something that can always be improved and that First Touch Games has improved in the past. My first idea for this aspect is a very small feature that could easily be implemented in a spring update, which is a free reroll for either scenarios or challenges. When the Dream League Soccer 2023 update came out and they brought rerolls, I was very excited because now every single time I see score a penalty goal, I can just watch an ad and then poof, that impossible quest is gone. But you see, you get 4 challenges every day, and sometimes you get the worst roll imaginable. Like, how am I supposed to win 4 goals in a Dream League Live match when my opponent quits after I score 2? This is why I believe we should be rewarded with 1 free reroll every day, or I'll even do 3 free rerolls every week, just to help us actually be able to beat the daily challenges without watching an ad. And you know what? This could actually be an extra perk included in the Season Pass, giving players extra free rerolls if they buy the Season Pass, giving it that much more value. There needs to be more of an incentive to buy Season Pass. I've been saying it for years. And something else Dream League Soccer can definitely benefit from would be weekly or monthly or even season-long challenges in addition to the daily ones. This is another small feature that I feel like could be included in a spring update that I think would benefit the player base by so much. Many other mobile games have challenges that last longer than 1 day and that are usually larger and give bigger rewards. We could have challenges for each season to win a certain amount of career mode or live games, score a certain number of goals, or even a special type of goal. Basically whatever we see in the daily challenges, but bigger with more time to complete them. And since these challenges are bigger, we would get bigger rewards that are not just coins. What would be great is if we could get event caliber rewards like coaches and agents, so players who may not be able to win events right away can still upgrade their team at a reasonable pace. Now, this is not a revolutionary change by any means, but I do feel like this small, simple feature will help players have a better experience in Dream League Soccer. Which brings me to my last feature or prediction that has to do with challenges, which is Season Pass exclusive challenges. I do truly believe that we will see this feature at some point, possibly in the next update, because it is something that I have mentioned before, and a bunch of other games that have battle passes have this feature as well. So, you know what? I'm calling it. They're gonna eventually do it. So let's move on to the next aspect of Dream League Soccer, which is the transfer market. Something I didn't mention in my most useless features video, but a lot of you guys mentioned in the comments, was that secret players should have been included, and I agree. They only show up once in a blue moon, and the original price of the player is showing, meaning that anyone with a brain can figure out the rating and position of the player if they really wanted to. At that point, the only mystery about secret players is why are they still in the game? What I think needs to be done in the next update is a complete rework of secret players that just changes them all together to make them fun and useful again. The first idea that came to my mind was to have a secret player of the day. So instead of them showing up randomly in the transfer market, you would get a new secret player every single day. Then, when completing daily challenges, you could receive clues as to who they are, like their rating, their position, and which team they play for, almost creating a guessing game for the player every single day. And then once the player has gotten all the clues, then they can decide whether or not they want to buy the secret player by the end of the day. The price price of the secret player could still be a discounted price, but I think it should be a little bit more random and they won't show the original price to encourage people to play the guessing game. Now, this might not be the best idea, it was kind of just the first thing that came to mind, but I do think they need some sort of rework by some point in the future. Something else that could be potentially added to the transfer market is the ability to re-roll an agent. Say for an extra little bit of gems after you buy an agent, you have the option to swap it for another one. I just think this would be pretty cool, don't you think? You often don't get legendary agents that you really want, so why not have the ability to swap that one out for another one? Dream League Soccer already has re-rolls for challenges and scenarios, so why not agents? Now, I do agree that this might be a little bit ambitious for a spring update, so maybe a smaller change would be that if the legendary agent you get at the end of the premium season pass is now a special legendary agent, where it is sort of like a foot draft where you get 3 to 5 legendary players in the agent and you get to pick the one you want. If you couldn't tell already, I'm trying to incorporate as many of these new features with the season pass to make it that much more interesting. If this was the legendary agent you got at the end of the premium season pass, would you be more likely to buy it? Let me know down in the comments down below. We are now down to my final 2 predictions for this next update, and they revolve around gameplay, or friend matches and exhibition matches to be more specific. I would consider both of these features rather small, and I have mentioned them before, so they would be the most likely features to be added in the possible spring update if First Touch Games liked my ideas. The first prediction was that Dream League Soccer was going to add more customizable settings into friend matches. This is a well-known feature in PES where the duration of the match and other features could be adjusted when playing against your friends. And I think this would be really cool if they added it to Dream League Soccer as well. And in addition to that, since we have real team events, why not have real team event friendly matches? I feel like that would be really cool, as well as be the closest thing to a play now feature you can get in Dream League Soccer. Which brings me to my final idea for this video, which is being able to pick your team you play against in exhibition mode. This is exhibition mode we're talking about, arguably an honorable mention for one of the most useless features in Dream League Soccer. So why can't we just pick the team we're playing against? You know, it'll be more fun. The community has been asking for a play now mode in Dream League Soccer for the longest of time, and if real team friendly matches don't get put into the game, I feel as if being able to pick your opponent in exhibition mode would be sufficient. I feel like this would make exhibition a little more fun to play for those that decide to even play exhibition mode. So with that, there are my 8 ideas or predictions for this upcoming spring update, and if not, well, I guess Dream League Soccer 2024. We still don't know if we are going to be getting a spring update this year, but I'm hoping they're trying something a little bit different by splitting the update into 2, giving us the winter transfer data first and then the feature later. But only time will tell whether or not we get another update, but for now, let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see in the next update or for an upcoming spring update. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.